when eating fast food, wrapped in paper treated with perfluorinated chemicals, or PFCs, which have been linked to cancer and other illnesses. PFCs are also widely used in stain-resistant products, fire-retardant materials, and nonstick cookware. To discuss these health risks, we're now joined by one of the authors of the study, Graham Peaslee. He's a professor of nuclear medicine at the University of Notre Dame. Professor Peaslee, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have found PFCs in the blood of virtually all Americans. As these PFCs are linked to cancer, thyroid, kidney problems, hypertension, why are PFCs so widely used in consumer products?
Well, these chemicals are very valuable in the sense that they do a function that no other chemical does. They're a surfactant that allows water and soil to be resistant. So if you want oil resistance or water resistance, these are the best chemicals for it. They're all man-made, and they're artificially created to be the best resistance that we have. Why they need to be on our fast food wrappers, that's another story.
Well, there are PFC-free food wrappers readily available, so why aren't they being used instead?
Well, it's one of those things that we're not sure why they're in the papers, other than that somebody thought it was a good idea that you shouldn't be able to get grease on your pants while you eat fast food. And we kind of understand that the alternative is to wash your pants, but we tend to believe that this class of chemical is very persistent. It's going to last forever. Not only may it get into the food that you're eating, and you may eat some of these chemicals, which are known to be toxic in several cases, but what happens to the wrapper when you throw it away? It gets into the landfill, and these chemicals will degrade and go right through the landfill treatment system and end up in our drinking water or in our biosolids that are put on the food. So if you aren't going to eat the wrapper, your grandchildren will, or the chemicals on it, because these chemicals do not biodegrade. And that's what our real concern was with this paper. We didn't try to point out one chain versus another. All the chains are using them, and there are alternatives that are non-fluorinated, which we think should be used. So that's why we published this paper.
Shalom Akim. My name is Kal-Yah. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our elders and apostles who rule great midst and wow. And shalom to you brothers out there pushing this truth with sincerity. Shalom, brothers, endured to the end. Like you saw, they said that McDonald's, they said all the fast food chains is actually putting poisonous wrappers on the poison they call food. Okay, and they're busy and popping, and it's mostly Jake. All right, so I'm gonna bring out a script to show that's part of our curses. Okay, and so we'll just get into the script, let it do the talking. Deuteronomy 28, and we're gonna start with 64. And it says, "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people." And that's talking about also the confusion of face, where we can't recognize each other no more. "From the one end of the earth even unto the other end." And the other, Salakia, even unto the other. That is a sad thing, because you know what? If we're all the children of Israel, we are a family. And you're literally walking around by your family, but you can't recognize them. You know, that's a blindness, a madness that was also put upon us. To be around much family and nobody recognize you or you not recognize them. Remember how a child gets lost in the store? He looks around and cannot see none of his family, so he starts to cry. That's also what comes from that curse of being scattered amongst the nations. "And there thou shalt serve other gods." And that's what Jake does. Jake's a Catholic. Jake is a Buddhist. Jake is a Muslim. Jake is a atheist. You know, and they're serving all these other gods that their father never knew, nor them. And now they try to act like they know something. You know, it's just a curse on us from going off, you know. And it ain't going to be over until it's complete, until the punishment is complete. In this generation, you know, we're at the end. You know, we're at the end of the generation where it's going to go, you know, it only has one way to go. and that's worse. That's why it's going to be Jacob's trouble. Because Jacob, who's the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian, the children of Israel, they refused to repent and come back to the Most High's laws and commandments. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Wood, that wood cross in that church, stone, that stone in Mecca, the Muslims. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. Just like, when you eat this truth and you digest it, it's sweet when it touches your lips. It's a sweet thing to find out you're an Israelite. It's a sweet thing to find out that you're going to inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But it's bitter because honestly, you see the uncleanness of yourself and also of all others around you. And, when you start to identify who Jake is and the curses that are put upon us and that our enemy have overtaken us, and literally they're killing us in every angle they can. McDonald's and all that is poison. The food is poison, but now they're wrapping it in poison. And Jake wants to be the one to hug and love everybody. This ain't a time for love no more. That's them showing that they love us. Even the Edomite said on there, he said, "Why is it on our food?" He has no clue why it's on there. He's dumbfounded. It's like dipping a hamburger in bleach and then saying, "Here you go." And failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. And that's the sorrow, the sadness of this place. 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee. And that's what it is. Because any day you could die in this bitch. Any day. You could be poisoned. You could get hit by a car because now, and then these laws are getting crazier and crazier. The racial tension is getting increased. And if you think America is coming back from this, you are surely lost. America's finished. This is the downfall of America. You're watching it with your own eyes right now. Believe it or not. And thou shalt fear day and night. And Jacob, the children of Israel, Jake, be fearful all day and night. The police are trying to get you. You probably got baby mama drama. You got bill problems. You got health problems. Got so many problems. Fearing day and night. And thou shalt have no assurance of thy life. See, no assurance of thy life. We have no assurance. You go and you buy a sandwich for your son, and not is he only eating poison, he's touching it. It's absorbing through his skin. Then he rubs his face. Who knows about the toys that they put in those Happy Meals? I'm sure those are all filled with lead or something also. But, all right, brothers. I don't want to rattle off too long. I want to keep it short and let the scriptures do all the speaking. But endure, brothers. Shalom.